Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mack with your daily comedy news. Today, a final look at the best stand-up specials of 2025. There were a lot of big-time releases in December. As I mentioned previously, I had to put out my list December 13th to hook up the publicist, which left off a few specials that didn't exist yet, but now that they exist, we can finally rank them. Again, as I talk about any of these lists, my list, your list, someone else's list, they're all valid. It's all just opinion. It's just something to talk about. But for me, number one was easily Mark Maron's Panicked. Marin had a great year. Now, tomorrow on this very program, I'm going to talk about who won and lost comedy in 2025. One of the winners for sure, Mark Maron, walking away from his podcast in a stunning move and on his own terms. But Marin had his best stand-up special. The last one I didn't love. The one before that was pretty good. But Panicked was just Marin doing Marin and doing Marin very well. And his joke about nagging people into fascism just captured the zeitgeist. Mark Maron, the best stand-up special of the year. Number two, and I can see people disagreeing with me, and that's fine. It's just a list. But I thought Kevin Hart's Acting My Age was funny. He's just shucking jokes, but boy, I was laughing, and I'm a comedy snob. And if you get me to laugh, I'm going to give you a high ranking. I just thought Kevin Hart's special was fun and funny, and I'm a guy sitting on a couch, and he made me laugh, so that's good enough for me. Robbie Hoffman's Netflix special at number 3, that was one of them that wasn't on the original list just because of timing, but boy, a lot of buzz on Robbie. Like I said, the trivia guys talk to me about Robbie. When I'm over there at the brewery, people talking about Robbie Hoffman in the Facebook group. What a fantastic special. I considered bumping it up to number 2, but I think I laughed a little bit more at Kevin Hart's special. But Robbie Hoffman, fantastic, and also one of the winners of 2025. Number 4, again, some people will be irate and throw their phone across the room, but Matt Rife's Christmas Crowdwork special. Again, you're sitting on a couch. Are you entertained? Are you laughing? Is it funny? Yes. Is it crowd work? Is it fake crowd work? Is it controlled crowd work? Is it heavily edited crowd work? Don't know, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't know, don't care. I'm laughing. It's funny. Dave Chappelle's a Netflix special that dropped out of nowhere to complicate everything. As I've said before, I compare it to a baseball pitcher. When Dave first takes the stage, it is shot well, it looks well, it feels big time. I'm looking at this thing, and Dave is just on fire. He's like Dwight Gooden in his prime, throwing strikes, mowing down people with the curveball. And I'm like, this guy's going to throw a perfect game tonight. And that's how it felt for the first 4 innings. An hour later, I was like, oh, that was pretty good. I didn't think Chappelle's closer was as good as Chappelle thinks it is. And I mentioned on Friday's podcast how some of the details of Chappelle's monologue there fall apart. But did I laugh? Sure. Some of the Riyadh stuff was very, very funny. Dave Chappelle comes in at number 5. Jim Jefferies, 2 Limbs. I know I crutch a lot, and I'll just say comedian doing comedian name things, but that's how I feel about Jim Jefferies. You kind of know what you're going to get. He's very good at it, and 2 Limbs is a good Jim Jefferies special. Laughed at it a lot. This next one I didn't see on anyone's list but mine, but I really liked Justin Willman's Magic Lover. That was on Netflix in June. Now, if you go into the Reddits, some people will be like, that was fake, this is fake. Just turn your brain off and just go for the ride and let Justin Willman entertain you however we get there, much like I said about Matt Rife. However we get there, are you not entertained? And I was very entertained by that one. I think I just threw that on one night because I was bored, and I was like, what's this? Number 8, Gianmarco Soresi's Thief of Joy. Longtime listeners to this program have heard me talking about Gianmarco for several years. He is a 3-time guest on this program. But with this special, people noticed. If you're into comedy, he's no longer a, who's that? Never heard of him. Now, most people on the street, if we walk down the street, we'll probably go maybe 99 out of 100. I don't know who that is. Maybe if we go, you know, the guy that did this, maybe we'll pick up a couple more people. He's not a name yet, but boy, keep an eye on him for 2026. Amer's Wild World. Netflix special. Boy, Netflix had a lot of great specials this year, didn't they? He had something to say. He was making political points in a very funny way. I loved his special a lot. One of the top 10 of the year, Amer's Wild World. And rounding out the top 10, Dusty Slay. I just like what Dusty does. He gets in a vibe. He keeps you there. It's his catchphrase. We're having a good time. That nails it. Love Dusty Slay. The last new entry on the list, Ricky Gervais' Mortality, just came out this week. I liked it. I didn't play on my phone. He kept me engaged. Whatever part of your brain lights up when you watch comedy was lit up. Made me laugh out loud a couple times. I'm a psychopath and I just analyze comedy and rarely laugh. But he got a couple chuckles out of me. When I woke up the next day, I was like, that feels like empty calories. Whereas like Robbie Hoffman's special stuck with me. Chappelle's special stuck with me. Marin's special stuck with me. Ricky, entertaining, funny, but empty calories. So I don't know. I didn't like it as much as I liked the other 10, but I liked it. It's also not Ricky's best special. Oh no, one more latecomer to the year. Kumail Nanjiani's Hulu special. It was fine. The people who are saying this is the greatest special of the year are, of course, crazy people. And I'd be curious to see if they ever got any checks from anybody involved with Hulu. I'm just saying, there's no way Kumail Nanjiani's special is the best of the year. It's good. It's fun. I think I have a bias that I know he's just popping into stand-up comedy because he was bored or something, but he's not coming back to stand-up comedy. So I don't know why the special even exists. He's going right back to acting, but, it's fine. Best of the year? No, that's crazy talk. Also in my top tier, number 13, Bert Kreischer's Lucky from Netflix. Brett Goldstein. I have at number 14. Now, as I'm doing this list for the 7 millionth time, I'm looking at that and I'm wondering, you may have Brett's special way too low, Johnny Mack. Now, I have it at 14, so that's the official. I had it in the homework. I have it at 14. But as I'm looking at this, I probably like Brett better than Bert and better than Kumail, better than Ricky. Maybe not more than Dusty. So maybe Brett should be number 10.5, but I have him at number 14. That's a really good special on HBO. 15 and 16, Michelle Wolf and Sarah Silverman kind of pair up because I have the same note on both of them. Nice hour. Not all that funny, but a nice hour and nice company. And I liked both specials a lot. I particularly, something about Sarah's special really stuck with me, even though I have her at 16 and Michelle at 15. But Michelle's is slightly funnier. Again, as I said, these are just lists, and how do you rank anything? Who knows? Both are nice company. At 17, I have Matt McCusker. The audio's not recorded all that well, but it was way funnier than I thought. That was one of those nights when I was like, oh, I'm watching comedy specials tonight. What else could I watch? And I clicked on that. My note continues to be Poor Man's Shane Gillis, which makes sense because they do the podcast together. But yeah, good special. Number 18, I have Mateo Lane's Al Dente. That was on Hulu back in May. I have that same note I had with Michelle and Sarah that maybe it's not hilarious, but it was real nice company for an hour. And then at 19, Tim Dillon, I'm Your Mother. If you like Tim Dillon, you'll like I'm Your Mother. If you don't like Tim Dillon, you're not going to like I'm Your Mother. The other things that absolutely must be mentioned, they're not stand-up specials, but they are the funny things from the year I have. Number 1 by a mile was the Mark Twain Prize given to Conan O'Brien. That's even better than Marin's special. That is the comedy event of the year. That's this year's Tom Brady roast. If you haven't watched the Mark Twain Prize, I mean, just a who's who on this. Appearances include John Mulaney, who absolutely crushed at this thing, Will Ferrell, Nikki Glaser, Bill Burr, Sarah Silverman, Stephen Colbert was great, Adam Sandler was pretty good for Adam Sandler, David Letterman, and Triumph the Comic Dog. I mean, how could you go wrong there? I'll have a lot to say about Conan tomorrow, but the Mark Twain Prize was the event of the year. Also really strong, not a full special, but Shane Gillis's ESPYs monologue, where he came out and just DGAF, as the kids say. Boy, that was really funny. I'm not sure the audience liked it as much as John on the Couch did, but John on the Couch loved it. Shane Gillis's ESPY monologue. Number 3, Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts. I didn't love his special. Oh, I should probably mention, because that came out, and I didn't want to redo my entire list again. But I have Segura and Sarah Sherman, I should mention. All right, so here, I kind of fell into it. So in the first half, I did the top specials of the year. Then I have the middle tier, which includes Mike Kaplan, Chinedu Inaka, Gerard Carmichael, Roy Wood, Atsuko Akatsuka, Ian Edwards. Then I have Sarah Sherman and Tom Segura. So if we're keeping track there, that would put them at, let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Sherman at the 26th spot and Segura at the 27th spot. Again, I didn't want to go that deep. Segura's special's fine. It's just fine. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, just fine. But Bad Thoughts? Ooh, I love that. Please bring that back in a hurry. I love it so much. It's naughty. My son is a young adult and he would find it funny, but I'm not going to be like, hey, son, you should watch this, because it's quite naughty. He can discover that on his own and we shall never discuss it. Did you watch Last One Laughing UK? So they locked a bunch of comedians in a room, and the comedians had to make each other laugh, and if you laughed, you got voted out of the room. Jimmy Carr was the host on that thing. It is hilarious, and it's one of those shows you can play along at home because you sit on the couch and you see if you cannot laugh, and I got voted out of the room a couple times myself. That was really good. My jam, the thing that I can't get enough of, is Jonathan Kite's Anthony Bourdain. You'll find Jonathan Kite doing Anthony Bourdain on social media. I follow him on Threads. He's on Instagram, and he does an increasingly great Anthony Bourdain. So a year ago, he was just doing the voice, but now he's got the hair, and he's got the walk down, and he's got the wardrobe. And Jonathan Kite's Anthony Bourdain takes us to such exotic places as Cracker Barrel and Costco. I can't get enough of it. Highly recommend Jonathan Kite's Anthony Bourdain. And Shane Gillis' sitcom Tires. It really reminds me of The Office at its peak times. It's really great. I'm remembering I have a couple episodes I didn't watch because I thought the season was like 6 episodes and then there were more. And I was like, oh, but then I get busy and I start playing video games. I'm all into the NBA 2K video game right now because I'm a Knicks frontrunner. My son got me into the Knicks and I'm a big time Knicks frontrunner. Which reminds me, I have a commercial to record for next week. I better do that next before I forget. But Shane Gillis' Tires, I love it. So there you go. Best special of the year, Mark Marin. Best thing of the year, the Mark Twain Prize starring Conan O'Brien. Tomorrow on this very program, we'll talk about who won and lost comedy in 2025. See you then.
Welcome to the pop-up purgatory of polyester and plastic pumpkins, Spirit Halloween. Every September, a seasonal demon claws out of hell, possesses the concrete corpse of a failed store, then ghosts on November 1st. It's gentrification. What was once a Bed Bath & Beyond is now Bed Bath & Beyond the grave. Spirit Halloween, a scare B&B for dead retail. So beware, for when Elise grows cold, the bannered boogeyman will soon be there. They almost got Jimmy Kimmel Studios. And after the latest government shutdown, don't be shocked when a spirit pennant covers the White House, the second most terrifying orange thing to ever haunt it. Until next time, watch out for the tricks and enjoy the treats.